Hi guys, Fabrizio Teghesi here. In this video I want to point out a detail that many of you may have missed. The detail in question concerns the shock absorbers and more specifically the shock shaft boots. The thing I'm going to show you, it was pointed out to me by a Sicilian HB racing driver named Danilo, whom I publicly thank. But let's move to the other table and look together at what we found out. Probably many of you don't have noticed that there is many less uptravel in D8 wall spec compared to D819RS. This may, in some cases, make life difficult for you on particularly bumpy tracks. But some of you must have noticed this feature of the new HB racing platform, because several companies have made and marketed front shock towers that are 2 or 2.5 millimeters taller compared to the standard one. The Italian company RC Project also recently released a new taller shock tower for front.
If you would like to try it, contact me.
Does this lack of uptravel only bring problems? Absolutely not. On smooth and fast tracks, the car will be faster and will have more traction. Do we need to buy the new front shock tower? Yes, but not only that. Because with the taller shock towers, we will gain uptravel, but we will lose drop. So with the same extension of front shock, the arms, we will drop less. So what else can we do? I will now show you something that is seemingly obvious, but I'm sure that very few of you have noticed how relevant it is on HB racing. So what will help us to gain more uptravel? The rubber shock boots. As is known to most of you, all shock boots with the shock totally compressed take up space. But these HB racing ones are really the most space taking one I have ever seen in 23 years of RC racing. Look at the difference. It's unbelievable. Let's measure it. The size of the shock absorber, all compressed with the shock boots, is 88.5 millimeters, while without the shock boots, the measurement is 85.5. So you may be wondering, should we run without shock boots with the shock shaft exposed? Absolutely not. Take care, guys. Always use something to cover your shock shaft, otherwise you will impair the work of your shock absorbers. One of the least thick possible things that works well are gag rubber balloons. They are cheaper and also very functional. I will now show you how to install them correctly. Look. With the die cutter you use for punch your tires, make a 4 or 4.5 millimeters hole, then mount it exactly how you mount the originals. The more observant of you may have guessed that by doing this we will gain uptravel, but the piston, when the shock is totally compressed, will go higher inside the bladder. And this could generate problem for the bladders, since the nut will sink much more into than it normally does. Also, the piston ending up too high could end up very close to the top edge. For this problem I provide two solutions that I recommend you to do both. The first is to screw up lower shock end an half or one turn on the shaft. And the second is to replace the top nut with a lower one. Look at the difference. If you can't find the lower 2.5 mm nut, feel free to contact me on my social page like Facebook, Instagram or TikTok. And while you are at it, please leave me a like and follow me. Of course, to complete the job, you will also have to cut off the excess threading at the top of the shock absorber shaft with the Dremel, in this way. Well guys, I will hope this video can be useful for you. I hope I didn't make too many mistakes with my English. If you want to thank me, please put a lot of likes on this video and share it. And of course, subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comment what you think. And if you want more English video on this channel. We will see you next Wednesday with a new video. Bye!